Former Seinfeld star, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, is known for her award-winning role as Elaine and her impeccable comedic timing. In this article, we take a look at some of her funniest moments on the show, which cemented her as a fan favorite. From her irresistible dark side to her off-kilter personality, Elaine contributed to some of Seinfeld's most hilarious moments. Elaine's subplot in the Seinfeld Season 2 classic, The Busboy, involves a reunion with a one-night stand from Seattle whom she grows to loathe and greatly anticipates his flight home. Unfortunately, they oversleep on the day of his departure, plunging her into an erratic uproar trying to get him packed and ready in the little time they have. Instead, Elaine ends up at Jerry's apartment, where she recounts to him and George, Jason Alexander, her record-breaking trek to the airport that was interrupted by a 5-car pileup, resulting in another day spent with her unwanted guest. In Season 4 of Seinfeld, Elaine has a terrible time flying coach on a flight back from St. Louis. Jerry gets a first-class spot and lands a date with a beautiful model, while Elaine deals with obnoxious passengers, rude attendants, and a disgusting bathroom. She even tries to sneak into first class, but gets sent back to coach. A nightmare in the air for Elaine. In a classic Seinfeld episode, Elaine experiences an injustice in a public bathroom when a woman refuses to share her toilet paper. It turns out to be Jerry's girlfriend, Jane, and Elaine seeks revenge by stealing every roll of toilet paper in the monk's restroom. It's a hilarious example of bathroom etiquette gone wrong. In The Cheever Letters episode of Seinfeld's 4th season, Jerry dates Elaine's assistant and tries to engage in dirty talk, but ends up offending her. His fear of Elaine finding out comes true when she mentions her mother bought her new panties and they're laid out for her. In Seinfeld's Season 7, Elaine faces issues with her love life. Her preferred contraceptive, the Today Sponge, is in limited supply. She forces her boyfriend to prove why he deserves to use it. But after they finally consummate their relationship, Elaine decides he's not sponge-worthy. Elaine's love life and career are ruined in an episode of Seinfeld when she stops for Judy Fruits before visiting her injured boyfriend and later forgets to warn her boss about his handkerchief, leading to the end of Pendant Publishing. She compares her misfortunes to George's newfound success after adopting a new way of life. In a Season 8 episode of Seinfeld, Elaine suggests that abstinence could boost her boyfriend's performance on a medical exam. However, celibacy has the opposite effect on Elaine, making her extremely intelligent but unable to finish sentences and easily amused by a spinning tire display. Elaine takes too many muscle relaxers while visiting Jerry's parents in Florida. She becomes a stumbling mess and embarrasses herself with a cartoonish Marlon Brando impression. Her behavior causes problems at a dinner for Jerry's father. Season 3, The Pen of Seinfeld. Elaine has a silent freak out on the subway in a hilarious Seinfeld moment. During a train stop, we hear her expletive-laced inner thoughts over voiceover, while her distressed face is mostly genuine as actress Julia Louis-Dreyfus was pregnant and nauseous while filming. Don't miss this funny moment from Season 3. Elaine gets bit by a rabid dog and suspects she has contracted rabies. Her illness is confirmed when she begins to have trouble swallowing and starts foaming at the mouth. Her fury becomes more prevalent and humorous in Season 5 of Seinfeld. In The Little Kicks episode of Seinfeld, Elaine's awkward dancing at her office party makes for the show's best physical comedy. George calls it a full-body dry heave set to music. Her embarrassment goes beyond the office when she tapes over a bootleg movie on Jerry's camcorder with her cringe-worthy moves, which gets sold on city streets. In a classic Seinfeld episode, Elaine throws George's wig out the window after he expressed dislike for his girlfriend's baldness. In Season of Success, The Beard, Elaine becomes furious with George's hypocrisy and rips off the toupee before tossing it out the window. This scene is often considered Julia Louis-Dreyfus' greatest freak-out moment on the show. Elaine from Seinfeld got revenge on the soup Nazi in Season 7 by discovering his recipes, using his "no soup for you" line and ultimately causing him to shut down his business.